It is one of my happy fragrances. Like I literally shoot because y'all think I'm playing. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a perfume tag, and I really like these question tags. Not only do you get to know a little bit about our perfumes, but why we choose these perfumes and so forth. So I think these are really cool. They ask you interesting questions and I'm here for it. So I was tagged by It's MJ here on YouTube, and we're not gonna get into how long ago she tagged me, but I'm doing it, and that's the point, okay? I'm here, and I'm showing up, and I'm doing it, okay? If you haven't subscribed, but you keep coming back and watching my videos, please subscribe, because that way you won't miss any videos. And you already like me, because if you've come back to watch a second video, you know you like me, else you wouldn't come back. So the first question is, what is my favorite celebrity scent? So I was going to say my Rebelle Fleur, but I actually have not worn that in a while. I actually just repurchased it in March because I know I love it. I'm gonna advise you guys, don't do that. If you know that you love a fragrance, right? There are times that you think, oh, I'll just pick it up again because I normally love that and I normally wear it. It's happened to me recently with two fragrances. I've picked them up and I've realized that I'm not reaching for them. I'm not loving them. It could just be obviously the season, or it could just be because I have so much more new perfumes to try out and wear and that I'm more excited about at the moment. So I've been putting those on the back burner. But I don't know, I would advise that every time you plan to go and repurchase a perfume, unless it's like right away as you finished it, don't like wait like 6 months and just go and rebuy it. I would go into the store and re-smell it before I buy it, because it's weird. Your scent palette changes, and I don't know, but I have not been reaching for my Rebelle Fleur or Reb Fleur. I think it's actually Reb Fleur. I haven't been reaching for it. So what's been replacing my Reb Fleur is my Jessica Simpson Fancy. Like, I've just been going to bed in it. I've been wearing it out on the road. I love this dry down. Like, I am smelling the caramel and I'm just in love with it. I'm in love with it. It's such an easy wear perfume. It makes me smell edible. I love caramel. I love caramel. So I just love the way this smells. I think this would even possibly easily kind of replace my Scandal. Don't say I said that. Don't say I said that out loud. I can't believe I just said that out loud. I can't believe I just said it. Because I haven't even gotten to enjoy my Scandal, but I'm finding the honey a little bit too sweet for me while I've been smelling it from the bottle while at home. But you know, we're going to skip over that and we're going to just focus on what I said is my favorite celebrity scent. It is definitely my Jessica Simpson Fancy. I would advise that if you don't have it, that you can go and smell it. You know, I always have to put a little disclaimer out there because I don't want anyone to say, you said that that smells really good and I smelled it and it's just a sweet perfume. It's just sweet to you, but I love caramel, and because it has the pear in it, it makes it a little sparkly, so it's not your basic sweet perfume. It's a little, it has a little zing to it, a little pep in its step, you know? That's Jessica Simpson Fancy for you. And then the next question is 3 of my favorite notes in perfumes. I would say definitely vanilla, definitely caramel, and berries. Raspberry, strawberry. I prefer raspberry actually, because strawberry can be a little bit flat and sweet, but raspberry is a little sweet sour, you know what I mean? It's that sweet kind of tart fruit. Yeah, any kind of raspberries with even cherry. Oh, I love cherry in the way cherry pops in a perfume. Just in case I lost y'all, it's cherries and strawberries and raspberries, all those kind of tart sweet fruits. Vanilla. I should have replaced vanilla with coconut. I'm normally interested as well in perfumes that have coffee. Fav Spring Summer Fragrance. That is my next question. And to be honest, I don't necessarily think at the moment I have a Fav Spring Summer fragrance. I personally feel that my favorite fragrances would be fall winter type fragrances, because that's when you get to wear the deep, sexy, heavy hitter fragrances. But that's not the question. So I'm gonna choose something that makes me happy. Like, I'm gonna smell it right now, okay? This is my Babe Power by Missguided. It is one of my happy fragrances. Like, I literally come into my room and spray it. Just shoot, because y'all think I'm playing. Ooh. Like the other night, you can see I'm still spraying. Yeah, I'm still spraying. The other night, I literally drenched my skin in it. Like how you can see I'm kind of wet from it. Like my top felt a bit damp. Does anyone else spray their perfumes until they're damp? I think that's a bit weird. But I noticed that as much as I love it, I don't feel like it has great projection. For it to smell so lovely, I feel like the projection is only if you overspray, and that projection doesn't last much longer than like 30 minutes. And then I wouldn't say it goes down to a skin scent because it's still pretty noticeable, but it doesn't have projection and it's not gonna have sillage or anything like that. But I love it, and it has one of my favorite notes in there as well, cherry. It's perfect for the bottle that it's in because it actually smells like a cherry soda. Literally a cherry soda. My friend smelled it the other day and she said it smelled like a cherry cough syrup, but we're not gonna let her ruin the image of this for us, okay? Maybe she just doesn't know when something good is hitting her, you know? We gotta move on. Moving on from something so pleasant to something a little less, you know, pleasant. It's asking me what's a perfume that I hate. Have I smelled a perfume that I hate? Like right away as I smelled it, I was like, oh, I don't like that. I don't love Alien, but I like Alien Eau Sublime and Alien Eau Extraordinaire. I'm actually sad I feel left out. I would say Decadence. I'll just call it Decadence. So because I know I ramble on, the perfumes that I don't like is Decadence and Alien. And then it said, which perfume was a love at first sniff? I had to give it to this perfume, even though I do have quite a few perfumes that was a love at first sniff, but one that just made you say, I have to get it. I have to get it. And if I don't get it, I just don't know what I'm doing with myself if I don't get it. And if you have been watching my videos, you should have an idea of what that is. No, it's not Scandal. If you know me, you know it's my elixir. It is my Kayali elixir. I have to. Can you see it probably? Oh. First of all, I feel like a lot of perfumes that come in a black bottle, they come with that oomph. They come with vim, right? They come into, do people still say sock it to you? They come into sock it to you because, you know, that will explain exactly what I mean. It's just strong. I had to take the cap off to smell this. I had to take the cap off to smell this to remind myself every time I'm talking about this particular perfume. I get the red apple in there. It's a beautiful floral that is strong. You know, recently I was thinking about it and I realized it kind of does have that kind of Coco Mademoiselle vibe to it. Just like my Zen from Shiseido has that kind of vibe. You know, florals that mix in with a fruit that's not that sweet, jammy, sugary fruit. This one is red apple. So you know it has a little bit of sweetness in it, but it's also not your candy sweet, like how strawberry sweets taste. It's not that kind of thing, or like a jammy kind of smell. It doesn't smell straight up floral like Flora Botanica or like Gucci Bloom or something. This red apple in it just makes it crisp, but I really think this smells expensive to me. Love at first sniff. I could have blind bought this. I almost did, but because it was expensive, I was like, let me get a tester, and I happened to find a tester on eBay and I really love it. Yeah, Kayali elixir. So the next question is, what is my most long-lasting perfume? I would have to say my Shagaf Oud. I keep it in the box because I just like the gold box, even though I really like the gold bottle, so I don't know why I don't display it like this as well. But 100% this is my most long-lasting perfume. Red Fleur by Rihanna really lasts as well, but because I haven't been wearing that, I don't want to name that one. Shagaf Oud, I've worn it recently. My sister wore it recently and she was in the car and I was just like, you wore my Shagaf Oud, didn't you? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, how much did you spray? Because I can smell it, and because it was strong, but not strong that it was choking me out, but just very potent. I knew it was that. This perfume smells like, as soon as you smell this perfume, you know that someone's wearing it. Straight from the cap as well. Like if you don't like oud or like smoky perfumes, you don't want to get this, because this literally smells very smoky, but sweet smoky, like marshmallows roasting over a fire. I wore this as well to protest, because when I was going to protest, like I wanted to wear perfume and I figured that this perfume was fitting because it's smoky, It's strong, but it's sweet, so it's still feminine. Like even the next day as well, like when I took that jumper up to wash it, like I could smell it in it. I don't know, but I really wanted to wear something that was smoky going out to protest because of like what it is. I don't know, I just felt like it was appropriate for that time, if you know what I mean. Because that's something strong and serious, and this reminds me of that powerful female, or female about her business. So yeah, that's my sugar off oud. And then the next one is my most sweet perfume. I think I'm gonna have to go with my Scandal. I do have pink sugar, and I would say obviously that's very sweet in regards to it has a lot of sweet notes in it, but because it doesn't bother me and it doesn't choke me out, for me it's not like sweet where I feel like oh my gosh. But for this, because if I overspray this, all I'm smelling is a lot of honey, I feel like this smells cloyingly sweet if I overspray. This can easily become annoying, I find, because it doesn't smell as complex. It's not mixed with like loads of other sweetness that makes that honey note kind of not be as prominent. I think the more you spray of this, the more you smell honey. Whereas with that one, you're not really sure what you're smelling. With the pink sugar, it's like I can smell a little bit of sugar, I can smell candy floss, I can smell vanilla. You can kind of smell a lot of things in that perfume. Whereas this one, I would say, is probably my most sweet perfume. The next question is my best cologne. I would say it's the perfumes that I sold. It's my Armaf Club de Nuit Intense for women, and it definitely smells like Tom Ford's Noir de Noir, and I just didn't really love it, but I did order a sample of Tom Ford's Noir de Noir because I wanted to smell the similarity, and I would say they almost smell 100% identical. They were probably like 98% identical. The Armaf one just smelled a little more watered down, like teensy bit, and that's because I'm trying to be picky, but I would say they were really good dupes. I won't mention Cloud being a dupe or Burberry Her for, you know, Baccarat Rouge, because I don't think that they're clones. Cloud smells a little brighter. Your Baccarat Rouge just smells a little bit more deeper and blended and whatever. Burberry Her has a little bit of a fruit cake to it, like a little bit. It's very soft as well, but I think they do smell different, and I can see how someone would own all three and feel to wear all three at 3 different times, if that makes sense. So yeah, the clone is that one, and Rose Extase as well by Nina Ricci for Delina. Yeah, I would say those are the closest perfumes that I smell that smell pretty similar to each other. The next question is, what perfume should every woman have in their collection? That's a hard one. What perfume should every woman have? That's a hard one. So it's pretty hard to choose a perfume for that. So when I'm looking at my stuff, I'm like, oh, I really love my elixir, but it might be too crisp for someone. And because it's expensive as well, I wouldn't say you have to get it. I would say it's just something that you should smell though. But a perfume that I think every woman should have in their collection is some sort of citrus perfume. And I say this because it's not all the time you feel for sweet perfumes, and sometimes you need a pick-me-up kind of perfume. I would recommend Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense. There's no way that you can wear this and anyone would think it smells bad. This smells like something that you can throw on and not have to overthink it, because you know you're gonna smell fresh and clean. I personally also don't need to overspray this, because I sprayed like 1 spray on my arm the other day just to wear it in the house and stuff, and every time I waved my hand I could smell it. I definitely recommend every woman to have some sort of bright uplifting perfume instead of everyday sweet gourmands. And this also, someone would take you serious with this. I think it's not good to always smell like you're ready for someone to flirt with you. I definitely would say that there are categories that a woman definitely should have. Obviously she needs to have her nighttime, her daytime, so forth. I think a woman needs 1 citrus perfume in her collection, whether it's a sweet citrus for you, but I would prefer it to not be super sweet, but potent and just bright, very bright, strong, lasting. it projects well and everything like that. And that's everything in this bottle. I'm not sure about wearing it in the winter time unless you feel like you needed a pick-me-up, but definitely this is even something you could do 2 little spritz of this and go to the gym, because you know we all need a gym perfume as well for whatever workout. So yeah, 100% I would say light blue is a good one to buy. My last perfume purchase, does it count if it's not hair? Like, they're not hair yet. The last perfume purchase that I actually have in my collection. Oh, I forgot. So my last perfume purchase, actually I literally forgot that I bought this after the light blue. So it would be my Burberry Her. I only got this in a 50 ml because I was having second thoughts at first. I thought I wouldn't really love it because it's so soft, and you know, if you know me, you know I have a problem with very soft perfumes, because I'm like, why am I going to spend money on something that I cannot smell, nor can anyone else? But I really like this. I love the little flask bottle as well. I actually blind bought this, and it came after my blind buy videos where I would tell you which was my best blind buy and obviously which was my one that I didn't really like. I don't have any perfumes that I hate or anything, but they were just not loves, and if I don't love them, I'm making way for something better. I really like this. I smelt Burberry Her Intense, so when I smelt that, I was comfortable in purchasing this because I was like, well, if that's the intense version, because it's not very intense at all, you just get a pop more of like smelling berries in that. But for me, I'm like, how is that an intense? The most thing that's more intense is that kind of insect repellent thing that it has going on in there, which my friend said to me that it's benzoin. I think this perfume also has jasmine in there, and I don't know if jasmine also throws me off, which is what is in Alien as well, and I don't love that. So I'm finding that maybe if jasmine is like in the top notes, that it kind of throws me off and I don't love it. But this one, it still has that hint of like insect repellent, because it literally smells like off to me, sweet off, but it is like a little bit more tolerable for me with this one. And I wear this to bed. Like, I literally sprayed it last night and went to bed in this. In order to save me from over spraying this, since I only got a 50 ml, I will be getting the body wash, 200 ml body wash. But you know what I've come to realize? It is good to have a perfume that is soft, because it's not all the time you want something that's strong. What if one day I have a headache and I want to smell nice? I mean, most likely on the day I have a headache, I won't be wearing any perfumes, but let's just pretend that I would wear a perfume. If I would, it'd possibly be a couple sprays of something like this. I think I'm gonna do a video as well where I share with you guys perfumes that are soft but still really nice, because also I know that sometimes if you are a nurse, if you work in the hospital, if you also, as I said, have a headache, or you're going around someone that you're not sure if they're gonna like a strong perfume, because you have to be mindful of that as well. I'm gonna make a video with soft perfumes that are still pretty but they're soft enough to smell if the person gets really close up to you, but not too strong where as soon as you sit in their car they're gonna smell it. So yeah, this is, I don't even want to put this one out of my hand either, because I really love how cute this little flask looking bottle is. I love that it's clear, and I've also found that I really love minimalistic kind of bottles. They look more luxe to me than something that is like gaudy and like loads of designs and stuff. So I'm gonna put it over here just in case the white in the background was just blocking that out a little bit. I think this is really nice, and it feels luxe. I also love the little box that it comes in, so I keep it in display in my box like this on my shelf. Yeah, I like that it has the writing and stuff all over it, like a newspaper, hot on the press, read all about it kind of vibe. It's just so minimalistic, white and pink, it feels feminine. I love bottles, because you know there are perfumes that we bought just because of the bottles, so yeah. My evening summer fragrance would definitely 100%, now I'm gonna have to pull this, I'm definitely gonna have to mention her for this one. It would 100% be my Reb Fleur by Rihanna, because it is not too strong. Obviously I could wear this in the day as well if I wanted, if I was going out on a date or anything, but I definitely feel it smells sexy enough to wear in the night, but not too deep and dark, because summer is still a bright it's still a bright season, so you don't want anything that smells super dark. As I've mentioned before, this is like a cocktail on the beach, and I've actually described this as being a cocktail on the beach in the evening time, and where you're sitting at a bar on the beach. This is a nice juicy sparkling kind of drink, or as I said, a cocktail, like how mojitos give you that little kick to it. Yeah, I just really think that this is really nice. And as much as a lot of like celebrities come out with their perfumes and stuff, like nothing smells like this. I definitely would wear this on an evening date in the summer. Okay, so the next question is a wish list perfume. These are like just calling out all the videos that I have planned for you guys, but I'll just go ahead in naming one perfume that is on my wish list. And the first one that came to my mind is Angel Muse. I really love the Angel Muse. My mom has it. I actually smelled that months ago as well, and I just haven't gotten around to getting it because I know that it won't get much love right now in the summertime, neither in the night or anything. So I'm waiting, and I'd probably buy that around October, November, when the cold is starting to kick in a bit and I want to have it ready for December and stuff. Like, I'm definitely gonna have that before the year is out. But for now, I decided to buy a lot of summer frags and sweeter kind of frags that I can wear now in the summertime. Perfumes that I get the most compliments on. To be honest, a perfume that I get the most compliments on, I don't remember getting loads of compliments. I only ever remember getting complimented on 2 perfumes. No, 3. Right? And that's because I guess I wasn't really big on perfumes. So sometimes they were all just nice and whatever. And I also was not a big oversprayer. I used to wear dabbers and think that that was putting on perfume. Like, how can you expect anyone to smell that? I would travel with dabbers, little 5 ml bottles, and I would just put one here, put one there, put it behind my ear, and then I'm out the door. Like, you don't get anything from that, no projection and stuff, like unless someone's like all up in your ear, and by the time they're probably all up in your ear, that's gone. So I mean, yeah. So I'm gonna name 3 perfumes that I have gotten compliments from, and that is Ariana Grande Cloud, Ariana Grande Sweet Like Candy, and Rihanna Reb Fleur. My Sweet Like Candy I just sold because even though I just repurchased it in 2 weeks, like I resold it because I sprayed it and I was like meh, nothing special anymore. So that's why I don't recommend buying perfumes that you used to wear years ago without re-smelling them and seeing, do I still love it? So that's it. Those are the questions done. So I'm gonna tag Sheree Lewis because I watched a video of hers the other day, and she done a collection, a perfume collection tag, and she was like, no one tagged me, but I'm gonna do it. I don't think anyone tagged me stuff. And she seemed a little like, you know, you want to be tagged, and she seems like she enjoys a good tag. If it's good and she thinks it's worth it, she won't mind. So I'm definitely tagging her in this one because I love to hear what perfume people answer the questions with. It lets you understand their taste of perfumes, why they chose their perfumes, and it's just fun instead of us just doing our regular videos. I love the question kind of tags. If the questions are interesting, I want to hear from my favorite YouTubers as well. So I'm tagging her to do it. And who else I'm gonna tag? Oh gosh, there are so many new YouTubers that I've seen that I've subscribed to, and I can't remember their names because obviously they're new for me, so I haven't seen them enough on my timeline. But I'm gonna tag them and probably put a picture up in this video, but I definitely also leave links down below for their channels. They're fairly new on YouTube, but I quite enjoy it, and I don't see why they wouldn't like to be, you know, pulled into the fragrance fam and do a tag. I always love finding new people to follow on YouTube, so I'm gonna also show you a few new people that you can go and check out. So yeah, so that's it for the video, guys. Don't forget to comment if you have a burning question or there's something that you really thought of as soon as you watched the video. I love to hear it. I love to hear whether you like something or if something can be improved as well. And liking the video also helps to let YouTube know that this is a video that people are enjoying, and they will suggest it to other YouTubers. So please give this video thumbs up. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for watching. And if you haven't subscribed but you keep coming back and watching my videos, please subscribe, and see you in another video. Bye.